सेकंड एक सेकंड एक सेकंड।
अब हमने माइक ऑफ हेलो हेलो हेलो
हेलो हेलो हेलो हेलो। respected members of the Delhi Public School Society, Principal Ma'am Mrs. Sangeeta Chakraborty, Vice Principal Sir Dr. Sandeepan Rishi, esteemed guests, viewers, and dear students. A very good evening to one and all. I am Altamash Ali, educator at Space India, and it is my privilege to welcome you all on the behalf of DPS Faridabad and Space India to the much awaited Planet Parade event. This evening marks a relative rare celestial occurrence, six planets aligning in a spectacular display. As part of today's event, we will have the opportunity to observe five of these planets: Saturn, Venus, Jupiter, Mars, and Uranus. It is indeed a privilege to witness such a cosmic marvel within a short span of just 1 hour. This is made possible thanks to the remarkable Celestron Edge HD telescope housed in the Space Observatory and Research Facility, which allowed us to explore and admire these celestial bodies in unparalleled details. You can see behind me the mighty telescope that is housed in the SOAR Center. Throughout this evening, we will delve into the amazing features of these planets, and our team is dedicated to providing you with an unforgettable viewing experience of these magnificent objects. So let us embark on this extraordinary journey together and celebrate the wonders of the universe. So today we are going to start our observation with the very first and a special planet that I'm sure that many of you would be awaiting for, and that is the Saturn I'm talking about. The Saturn, Lord of the Rings. So the flow of this event is going to be in a way where you will be having the details of the screen uh, of the of these planets. You will be observing it on your screen. Meanwhile, I will be sharing some details of these planets, some features, and some facts as well. Talking about the Saturn, Saturn is our first planet that we are going to observe. Uh, uh, Today, it is live on your screen. I'm sure that you are getting the view of the Saturn on your screen. Saturn is the sixth planet, and it has the diameter of around 120,000 kilometers. That makes it the 9 times of the Earth. Means if you consider that Earth is such a big planet, and just imagine that a planet which is 9 times that of the Earth, and still it is the second largest planet. Jupiter is still it holds the first position. That is the biggest planet that we have in our solar system, but it is the second largest Saturn we are talking about right now. And this is on your screen right now. You can see on your screen that's the view of the Saturn, and I'm sure that you can see the rings of the Saturn. Yes, we are getting the views of the Saturn right now, and my friend in the back end, she is processing this image for you for the better experience that one can get. So I'm sure that we are getting the view of the Saturn on your screen. Saturn, talking about its name, it's a thing. It was named after a Roman goddess of the agriculture and wealth. So it was named after the goddess, and it has uh, the average distance of around 1.4 billion kilometer from the sun. And if we compare it with the distance of Earth and Sun, if we consider it one astronomical unit, it is the distance of between the Earth and the Sun. It is called as the one astronomical unit. So then the distance of the Saturn will be 9.5 astronomical unit, and it takes around 80 minutes for sunlight to reach to the Saturn. Whereas comparatively on Earth, the sunlight reaches in just around 8 minutes, 8.24 minutes. And the 1 day means it completes its one rotation in 10.7 hours. Right now, you are getting the view of Saturn on your screen. I'm sure that you all can see the Saturn on your screen, and you can see the ring. The rings are visible of the Saturn. This planet, it has this grandeur to have this majestic rings around it. We talk about these rings have a long span of around 2080 thousand kilometers. And if we talk about the vertical height of these rings, you will be surprised to know that they just have a vertical height of around 10 meters or 30 feet. I'm sure that you all getting the views. And meanwhile, you all can, if you have any questions, you can ask those questions in the comments. We'll be responding to you about these questions and doubts if you may have any. So I'm sure that you have seen the Saturn right now. Okay, which telescope are we using? It is the Celestron Edge HD 14th inch telescope, which is housed in the SOAR Center of the DPS Faridabad, and we are going live from there. Right now on your screen, you can see the view of Saturn right now on your screen, and you can see I can see the rings. Kindly give a thumbs up if you can see the view of the Saturn on your screen. Yes, can it be seen anywhere in India? Yes, and we are live from India only, and yes, we are getting this view from India only. And if you want to see, if you want to perceive where this planet is at right now, so this planet, if you see in the west direction, uh, then you can observe this. It is going to set in the west direction. So right now on your screen, you will be the next on your screen. You are getting the view of the Saturn. The next planet that we will be observing after the Saturn will be Venus. The reason why we are observing the Saturn in the first place is that the Saturn is going to set very soon. That is why we chose it for our first object for the observation, and we are going to observe the Venus next. After this, we'll be observing the Venus. Few amazing facts about the Saturn. The Saturn, it completes its one orbit around the sun. As we know that all planets, they do revolve around the sun, and it completes its one revolution in 29 and a half, almost 29 and a half years of Earth. So it takes around 29 and a half years to complete one revolution around the around the sun. And it till now we have till now we have the largest number of moons of this planet, that is a 146 moons, latest by 2023. So and is still counting. So there are many other satellites that are still in observation, means they could possibly be and be the addition in its numbers of moons. So till now, latest by June 2023, we have 146 moon of this planet. It's a windy planet. On your screen you are getting the view. This is the best view that we are getting, amazing view right now we are getting on our screen, and you can see that the ring is visible completely. I can see the rings of the Saturn right now. It's amazing view. Thank you so much, my team members. They are trying to get the best view for all of us to observe now. Now we are getting a sharpest view. This is an amazing view, just processed right now and observed using the Celestron Edge 14 inch this telescope. At which time will it be seen? Right now it is visible, but its set time will be very near. By 6:50 it is going to set. Okay, the view right now we are getting is of Saturn. The next object will be Venus. We will be moving towards the Venus just in some time. The telescope, it takes time to move from one object to another, and meanwhile it is a very meticulous job that my friends, my fellow astronomers, they are doing and bringing us. You can see behind me the telescope is moving from one direction to another. It is we call it the slew of the telescope. Right now we are going to observe the Venus in the first. The next object is the Venus. So we are getting all these images for you using the telescope that you can see behind me. Along with this telescope, it is attached with a camera, ZWOASI planetary camera we are using to get you this best view of these planets. Along with this, the photographs that you have seen, they are processed, and the camera is aligned with the software that is the SI cap. Right now we are getting the view. Very soon we are going to get the view of the Venus. The next object, the object on your screen right now is the Venus. The amazing thing about this is that you can see it in its phase. That I'm sure that many of you were not expecting this, but right now the Venus is in this phase. The way we see the phases of moon, similar to that, the inner planets, like the planets that is towards the sun from the earth, like the Venus and Mercury, we see them in their different phases. Right now, this much portion of this planet is brightened by the sunlight. That is why we are able to see only this much part of the Venus. You see, this is a spectacular view one can get. This is not expect that we'll be getting these phases to observe. This is an amazing view that we are getting. We will also show you a sharpened image of it. Meanwhile, my friend in the back end, she is processing this image so that we can get a sharpened view, a focused view, more focused view for you, for a better experience that you can have. So right now, you can see that behind me, my fellow astronomers, they are working on this, and you can see some programming is going, some processing is going on, and after these images are stacked. After the images are stacked, you will be getting a sharpened image of it. Talking about some of the facts of talking about some of the facts of the Venus, it was named after a Roman god of love and beauty. Yes, it was named after a Roman goddess of love and beauty. Talking about its distance from the sun is around 108 million kilometer. Means if we compare this distance with the Earth's distance from the sun, so it is around 3 by fourth or 0.75 astronomical unit. It has a diameter of around 12,104 kilometer to be very precise. Why I am mentioning this precision in the diameter of this planet? Because it is called as the twin sister of the Earth, as Earth has just uh, slightly big planet. It has the diameter of 12,756 kilometers, so almost 600 kilometers difference in their diameter. And right now, the next object that we will be getting, it is the biggest planet that we have in the sky. I You can comment down which planet I am talking about right now. So this is a very rare event that we are witnessing right now. This is a relative rare event that we are witnessing. Yes, Jupiter is the next object. Yes, thank you so much. Yes, that's the right answer. The Jupiter is the next object that we are going to observe just after the Venus. If you have any question regarding our observation about these planets, then you can comment us and we'll try to answer that as soon as possible. So the next object right now, the you can see that Venus, it is appearing like the moon, half moon, a little lesser than that, like maybe the crescent. You can see this is the best view that we are getting on your screen right now is the Venus. The next object that we are going to get ahead with is the Jupiter, the big brother here. So we are getting this view. Meanwhile, you can ask your questions. So I'll try to answer all these questions. How much So you will be observing these planets once we'll be getting the live view for it, then we'll try to sharpen these images for a better experience. Once that is done, then after that we will be moving to another planets. We have 5 planets to observe, so one by one we will be observing and we'll be giving it enough time for you to observe these planets. No, Venus will not. No, we'll not be able to see the Venus in its full today. That's not possible because for us to observe the Venus in its full, uh, this is not the time, because it depends on Jupiter's on the Venus's position in its orbit. At what position in its orbit the Venus is right now. So according to that only, we see that the light from the sunlight, it falls on its surface and we see these phases. And then we will not be able to see the fly body of the Venus. No, that's not very prominent body that we can observe, unlike the Galilean moons that we are expecting to see. When we'll be observing the Jupiter, we'll be observing its moon also. You see the biggest planet of our solar system we are going to observe the next, and that is the Jupiter. The stripes and swirls you will be able to observe, I'm sure. And these stripes and swirls, they are actually the cold and windy clouds of ammonia and water. You imagine what kind of pungent smell it would be generating if you go near the Jupiter. As it is a gaseous planet, so there is unlike the Earth or and the Mars, they are the rocky planets. whereas the Jupiter, it is a gaseous planet, one we cannot land upon it, let's say, and its name was given after the name of king of ancient Roman gods, means the king of gods. So it was named after the king of the ancient Roman gods, the Jupiter. And it is the being it the biggest planet. It has the radius of around, I'm repeating, radius, not the diameter, radius of around 70,000 kilometers. That makes it around the 11 times of the radius, or the size of the Earth. Means if I give you a comparative analysis of this, if Earth is as small as a grape, then comparatively the Jupiter will be as of the size of a basketball. Like, just imagine, like, if Earth were a grape, then the Jupiter would be a basketball, a big basketball. Talking about its distance from the sun, it has the average distance of around 778 million kilometers from the sun. It is 778 million kilometers. Next object that you will be getting on your screen will be the Jupiter, and I'm sure that very soon you are going to get the view. I can see this. Very soon we are going to get the view of Jupiter. Right now on your screen, it is the Jupiter. You can observe the stripes and swirls are clearly visible, and the perk is that you will be able to see the moons of the Jupiter. See how amazing is this, that we are able to see the moon of a planet that is 778 million kilometers away from us. Can you see on your screen right now? You can see the moons of the Jupiter are visible. If you see on top of your screen, and just in the very close proximity of the Jupiter, you can see the two moons are visible of the Jupiter on your screen. And if we are moving up, so we are going, maybe we can get the view of other moons as well. So it is amazing experience that we are getting. We are able to see the moons of a planet that is like 5.2 astronomical unit. Means uh you see the distance from the Earth and the sun, it is multiplied by 5.2 times. And means it is so far that even the sunlight takes 43 minutes to reach to this planet, and we are getting the pictures of the moon of this planet. So there are four moons, we call them the Galilean moons, that we are able to see with the help of such a telescope that we have here in their best viewing position. That is the Io, Europa, Callisto, and Ganymede. So right now we are getting we are getting the image of Jupiter. Amazing picture we are getting. You are able to clearly, you can see the swirls and the stripes of the Jupiter. You can clearly see the stripes, these brown stripes on the surface of the Jupiter right now. Okay, I had this treat. I have just given this treat to my eyes and observed the Jupiter, and it was a sight to behold. The one amazing fact about the Jupiter is that it completes its one rotation, means, or we can say simply, one day it completes in 9.9 hours. And after the Saturn, it has the largest number of moon, means it holds the 95 moons around it so far. So it has 95 moons. The next object that we are going to observe will be the Uranus. That is the amazing experience. That is going to be an amazing experience, that the objects or the planets that we have observed so far, you can see them in the eye with your unaided eyes, though they will be appearing like the stars, not as detailed that you have seen on your screen. But the Uranus, on the other hand, this is a planet that cannot be seen with your unaided eyes. You cannot point out with your unaided eyes. You will require a telescope for that purpose to observe this planet. So the next thing that you will be observing a good and a sharpened image of the Jupiter. My colleague, they are trying to get a picture. You can see that a picture is getting generated on your screen. That is an amazing image that I'm expecting right now. That will be, I'm sure the details would be clearly visible to you all. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, then you can ask me in the comment section. Can we see the great red spot today? So we cannot see the great red spot today on your screen. In just few seconds, you will be getting a sharpened image of the Jupiter. Okay, this is the final image that we are getting. This is the image, very good image that we are getting on the screen right now. This is an amazing experience that we are getting. Okay, I can clearly see the stripes on the Jupiter surface. Okay, can I have it in the zoomed view, please? Thank you so much. Can we have it a little bit more zoomed? Yes, thank you. That is the picture that we are getting. Amazing picture that we are getting. Thank you so much for bringing us this amazing picture right now that we are observing. Uh, okay, so why mm, do really diamond rain occur on the Jupiter? But there it is hypothesized that it is possible, but we do not have any confirmation so far. No space agency so far has confirmed this, that it rains diamond there. But due to the presence of methane, it is theorized that under the high pressure, the carbon get free from its molecular structure, and this carbon can get rearranged in a way where it can give rise to a structure of the diamond, as diamond is an allotrope of carbon. So that this is hypothesized, but no direct evidence or confirmation so far about the diamonds being rained on the Jupiter. I hope that answer your questions. So the next object that we are going to get is, we are going to bring the Uranus for you all, and that is going to be a treat to all of us, and that makes this event more extraordinary, that we are going to observe a planet that is not uh, possible for us even to point out in the sky with the unaided eyes, with our unaided eyes. And kindly keep commenting us if you like this session, and if you want more session like this, comment down in the section. So the next object very soon, it is a very meticulous job to get these objects, these fainter objects in picture, so that we can get them in their best viewing conditions. My team behind me, you can see they all are doing their work to bring these observation into reality, for us to bring the planet into the focus, so that we can see it, we can observe. Talking about the size of the Uranus, that is the third largest planet in our solar system. It has the diameter of around 51,000 kilometers. That makes it around four times wider than the Earth, and its position is around 19 astronomical unit, means it is 19 times of the distance from Earth to Sun. Even the light takes 2 hours and 40 minutes. The sunlight takes 2 hours and 40 minutes to reach to the planet. It is the cold, and it is a cold and windy planet. And one amazing fact about this, that the earth our earth, it has a tilt of 23.4 degrees. You see that our earth is little bit tilted with an angle of 23.4, whereas this planet, it has the tilt of 90 degrees. So it appears like it is moving, it is rotating in its sideway, like a rolling ball on the floor, having its axis at its 90 degree. That's amazing. And it completes its one revolution, though being sideways doesn't matter, but it completes its one revolution in rotation. It completed its one rotation in 17 hours of Earth. And but it has longer revolution time, as it is so far away from the sun. It has a bigger orbit, so it completes its course on its orbit, and completes one orbit in 84 years. When these rare astronomical event occur, okay, so the alignment of these planets in one night, for example, if we are observing six planets, so usually it happens in 20 years. But like seven planets, or all planets aligning in one night, that is an event that happens in hundreds of the years. Like, so the next image that you will be getting will be of the Uranus. Aditya, thank you so much for your love. And we will try to bring all these events for you all whenever we'll be having this opportunity to bring these astronomical observation to you. Will not miss the opportunity. So you can see behind me the telescope is moving, and we will try to get it is a very meticulous job, and sometimes it takes a little bit more time to align the telescope towards the desired planet or the object. Like in our previous sessions of the Colorful Cosmos, you might have uh, joined them, and you might have observed many deep sky objects we have observed. That includes the star clusters, globular star cluster, nebulae, and the galaxies in previous episodes of the Colorful Cosmos. We have observed all these objects. very soon for you all. We are trying to bring, uh, uh, trying to get the Uranus for you to observe. Yes, Aditya will be coming up with the such sessions, and we'll try to bring you the best observation opportunities whenever it is possible for us. So, meanwhile, you can comment your questions so that I can answer them. And if you have any doubt, so that you can go with some insight and you can clear your doubts tonight in this session only. I thank you all to join us for this event. I'm sure that you all enthusiast astronomers, young astronomers, and few uh, experienced astronomers, dignitaries, guests, you all are sitting here to observe these planets. This is such an amazing opportunity for us that the Space Observatory and Research Facility has brought us so that we can observe these rare occurrences. How much kilometers is one astronomical unit? So it is 150 million kilometer. That is the distance from Earth to Sun. That is considered as one astronomical unit. So all these planets, you may see that the distance from the sun always given in the astronomical units. So far, we have observed Venus, which has 0.72 astronomical unit uh, away from the sun. Whereas in the first place, we have observed the Saturn, which has the distance of 9.5 astronomical unit, and the Jupiter, it has the distance of around 5.2 astronomical unit away from us. An interesting fact about the Saturn, that it is the farthest object that, or the farthest planet that we can point out with our unaided eyes. This is the farthest of all. So we are trying to get you the okay. Meanwhile, I can take few of the question. Okay, what is heliopause? So heliopause is actually the most outer boundary of the heliosphere, which means heliosphere is the wind that is moving around our solar system. So the outer boundary of it is known as the heliopause. Stay tuned with us, and we will be getting the pictures of these objects very soon. We are trying to get the picture of these objects very soon. Meanwhile, we have many such events lined up. Very soon, you will be able to experience these observation often. You can see behind me that the dome of the observatory, it has moved. So right now there is a condition with us that the object that we are trying to get is at the So right now we have a condition that the object Uranus we were trying to get, it is at the blind spot. What I mean by that is that if when we are pointing our telescope towards it, so it is almost at the perpendicular to the ground. It is perpendicular to the ground. Our telescope has to move, but we cannot make it move to that position. So we are waiting to get the view from in some other way, whereas meanwhile we can uh, we are trying to get you the view of the Mars. Very soon you will be able to see the Mars on your screen. If you try to observe the planet Mars, or if you want to point out the Mars, planet Mars in the sky. So right now, if you observe in the east direction from you, that I'm talking about the Delhi's sky, means or the nearby area of the Delhi. So you'll be able to see the Mars in your east direction, or reddish color star like object will be there in the sky, and that is the Mars for you all. Dhavni, can you let us show Milky Way galaxy? Right now, we are, in a way, we are showing you the Milky Way galaxy as we are observing the objects of the Milky Way galaxy. But if you go through our previous episodes of the Colorful Cosmos, we have observed the distant galaxies, like the Cetus galaxy. We have observed the Andromeda galaxy, and we have observed many nebula, the ring nebula. We have observed the Orion nebula. So many objects we have observed. We have observed uh, many objects, many deep sky objects. We have observed globular star cluster, open star cluster. So right now we are getting. Can we see? So, okay, the name. So the event today is dedicated to the planetary parade. Today we cannot observe the Andromeda galaxy, but I'm sure that next time onwards we will be able to see the Andromeda galaxy some other time. I'm sure that we'll be getting this for you, but not today. We are uh, going to observe just the planets today. So we are getting your questions on different portals. So okay, why Uranus is blue? Uh, One has asked why Uranus is blue. So the Uranus is blue because of its composition, the composition of the planet, because of the presence of methane in abundance. So you see, methane, when it receives the sunlight, it absorb the red and the infrared lights, and it scatters the blue color light in its atmosphere. Because of that, we are able to see Uranus in blue color. That is why we see it in the blue color. Which telescope are we using? So we are using right now the Celestron Edge HD 14-inch Cassegrain telescope, and apart from that, we have the 10-inch Meade Celestron Meade telescope with us. Uh, so we are doing this observation using the two telescope. I ask you to be patient a little bit, and we are trying to get you the view of these planets, and we will be observing these planets very soon. Why we are not watching Uranus? So we try to get the Uranus. Uranus right now is at the blind spot, and we cannot get the telescope aligned to that position because of its position. So we are not getting the view of the Uranus for now. But my team in the back end, they are trying to get the view of Uranus as soon as possible. But the next view that you will be getting on your screen will be the view of the Mars, the red planet, and that is the planet next to the Earth. And uh, there are theories that suggest that there used to be the life on the Mars, and the scientists they are dedicated to find the remains of the life that might have uh, been there on the planet Mars, or the evidence or some other form of life, maybe the microorganisms that they also give us the idea of what kind of life might have been there, and what kind of environment was there. So the next view very soon we are going to get, like in few seconds. I'm sure that we will be getting the view of the Mars with us. Why do we generally use the red light at stargazing events? So we use red light when we go for the stargazing. So we try to get the dark darkness around us, or we can see that we provide our eyes the dark adaptation. So dark adaptation is like in our eyes a special type of biochemical is released that is called as the rhodopsin. It makes a film that helps us to perceive objects in the darkness. So any other colors of light, this will break this film of rhodopsin, and we will not be able to see the things in dark very clearly. But the red light, it does not break this film of the rhodopsin, and we are able to observe or do our stargazing activity. So that's the reason we use the red light w- while while observing the sky or the stargazing events. So very soon we are going to get the view of the of the Mars, and you will be able to see its red color. That is one distinctive feature on your screen. You can see that the image stacking is on, and very soon we are going to get a best picture of the Mars. As you know that Mars, it is the fourth planet from the sun, and it is a dusty, cold desert world with a thin atmosphere, and uh, it is around half of the size of the Earth, having a radius. I'm repeating, the radius of around uh, 3,400 kilometers. The distance of this planet from the sun is 228 million kilometers. And in terms of the astronomical unit, that is 1.5 astronomical unit away from us, from the moon. My bad. And the light from the sun, it takes around 13 minutes to reach to the Mars is the most explored planet so far. Several rovers were sent to the Mars, and we know more about the Mars than any other planet. The reason is that we also look for a potential uh, on this planet to support life. And like the Earth, it has its axis tilted. So we have a tilt of 23.4 degrees. Just near to that, the Mars has the tilt of around 25 degrees, and it also experiences the seasons, like we have the seasons on the Earth. So right now on your screen you are getting the view of the Mars. You can see the red giant, the red planet is there on your screen. Can I get this in a little bit zoomed view, please? Very soon you will be getting this in a zoomed view. So you can see that it is the red planet Mars that we are getting. And this planet, it also has the polar ice caps like we have on Earth. We have the ice on our polar region. Similar to that, this planet also has the polar ice caps and also the extinct volcanoes. And it also houses the uh, highest peak of our solar system, that is called as the Olympus Mons, which has the height of or the altitude of around 20,000 kilometers. So you see the altitude of Mount Everest is around 8,800 or 8,848 meters. But the highest peak of the Mars, or we can see the highest peak of the solar system, that's the Olympus Mons, as the height or the altitude of around 22,000 meters or 22 kilometer. Uh, so Mercury, we could not observe the Mercury right now because it is moving with the sun. It usually moves with the sun, and it is not dark enough till we start our observation, and Mercury sets before that. Which planet? Okay, which planet is near to the sun? That's the Mercury. So right now on your screen you can see the Mars is there, and it shows the red color of the Mars. And now you will have this question in your mind: why Mars has this red color? So because of the presence of iron in abundance in its past, that iron have been oxidized. Have you seen the rusted iron, like the rusting nail or something? It has this brown color. So this oxidized iron is there in abundance in its soil, and also in its atmosphere. So that gives the red appearance or the brownish appearance to this planet, and give it its distinctive color. And you can right now observe this in Delhi's skies. You can observe this in the east direction right now. And in the east direction you can see that i- it is appearing reddish compared to any other stars that you can see near to this, that they are usually the whitish in color, but this will be appearing reddish in color. So one can observe easily, or perceive this easily, point it out. So right now on your screen, you are getting the view of the Mars. The amazing fact that it is we have the humans have sent many rovers to it, and among them few, the Curiosity rover and the Perseverance rovers, they have done the amazing discoveries, and they have brought. Yes, it looks like the bright orange color star. Yes, it is appearing like that. Can we see Mars from Chennai, like from Tamil Nadu? Yes, you can observe this, but it may take a little bit more time for it to rise. Right now, you can observe this. You can go out and observe this in the east direction, and you will be able to see this as a bright orange color star, like in your east direction. Oh, so now we are left with one planet, that is the Uranus, and our team is dedicated to bring the pictures of the Uranus for you all, and we are trying our best to get this picture. It is a very tedious job to get these objects in view, and this is one platform where you are getting the views, live views of these planets. Usually that you see the views, they are mostly the processed picture, but this is one of its kind of event where we are intended, we are dedicated to show you the live views of these planets, to give you a real time experience. Okay, amazing. You have seen the Mars just now. That's amazing. Yes, from Noida, that is in the NCR. Yes, you can observe this in the east direction.
I can
We
see
are trying
the
to get this with we are trying to get the the pictures or the view of the Uranus as soon as possible for you all. So meanwhile we are trying, please comment down your questions for us, if so that we can answer this. So right now this is very hard for us to bring Uranus into the picture. That is at the blind spot. That is mm, uh, that is something that is beyond the scope of any telescope right now. That 2 point any telescope like the Celestron to get this into the picture. So meanwhile you can comment down for your question if you may have any. So on your screen you can observe the Mars. Mars is there on your screen right now. Can I get this in the zoomed view? Do we have more question? Okay, so we are not getting the Uranus into the scope right now. So meanwhile, we I can take the question if you have any. Thank you so much. I thank you all to join us, and I appreciate your zeal and enthusiasm to join us and to observe these celestial marvels. And we are inclined to bring to you these kind of observation very often. And till then, I wish you the happy observation, happy astronomical observation, and we will be back with other such events where we will be showing you all these celestial marvels, and will be showing you the planets, the objects of our solar system, even the deep sky objects that we have seen in our previous episodes. Till then, stay tuned with us, and we'll be coming up with more session. Thank you so much for joining us. I am taking I am taking the moment to introduce the team to you all, those who brought this observation to us, to all of us, and who have done behind the camera. So right now on my back side, you can see the Javed sir is here. He was handling the telescope for you all to bring these images, these observation for us. Just next to me is the Anika ma'am who was handling, and who was uh, who was uh, who was processing and taking care of the camera that was connected to the telescope. And just next to Anika, Anika ma'am, you can see sir who is sitting with us. He is our technical in charge. He control all these technicalities of going online and going live. So right now, and there is Shiva sir. If you can see behind the telescope, he handles another telescope. If by chance we have to get the pictures from other telescopes, so we have another telescope ready with us. Uh, Next to him, you can see Manthan sir. Manthan sir, yes, you can see Manthan sir is there. He is the person who is bringing and managing all the things of this event, and bringing this event into reality. And thank you so much for joining us. Will I hope I'll see you again very soon. Thank you so much. Till then, good night and happy astronomy.